Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. Tony Brown there on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. Now room for Ekeler. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 23-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
On second down, Ekeler. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Check. Crunch. Mike, 49.
To throw is Perkins. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Perkins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And his throw here's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Flushed out right. And there's Williams. What a catch. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd and very short, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Robert Spillane, the linebacker, there on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Thomas has got it, complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got it to Williams. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. We're scoreless after 1. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Eckler. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Throwing is Perkins.
Flush to his right. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
Well, they picked up the 1st down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
49, guys. Mike, 49. It's been a long day for you. 49's the Mike. Watch 49. Watch out.
From the gun, Perkins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
49's the Mike. It's our time. It's our time. 49.
Operating from the gun, Perkins. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Johnny Hekker now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's taken down inside the 30.
48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling. And caught by Thomas for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, Perkins. Buying time to his left. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Perkins.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Perkins. Now he steps away. Thrown across his body, and it's... Now the ball comes loose. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's got a first down past the 30. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, it's Herbert. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A final shot before the break for Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So we have reached halftime, intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the keeper. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Perkins. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Oh, he fakes a spike. Flushed out right.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. From the gun, Perkins.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick. There he goes left side.
You got to love
and
it, baby.
he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score. Chargers 14, Rams nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Hightower not going to attempt to run back, and his guys will begin it. To 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Brissett. Being chased out left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Herbert on 1st down now. He's going to go up top for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers! Austin Eckler with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0.
Chargers 21, Rams nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Good catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Throwing, Brissett. Eluding the pressure right.
The pass pulled in by Jones. What a catch.
And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Kill.
Now Brissett. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
First down, Brissett. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Kenneth Murray
in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Brissett. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Going deep here for Allen. It's caught inside the 25. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good. Even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense, they actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Hightower not going to attempt a run back, and his guys will begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Dancing to his left, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
A first down throw for Brissett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Brissett's throw here into the hands of Jones.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 39.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chris Rumph in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Second and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him so far.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Rams on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. That one looks like he'll throw here. And Thomas has it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So, for the Chargers, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss.
YBN want a thing up.